Whoa! Oh, right, everybody. Welcome back to Observe and Report with yours truly, Mr. Nobody. The guy who doesn't matter. It clearly says that it doesn't matter what I talk about, whether my message gets out there or not. I have to put in all these friggin' hashtags to even get anybody to listen, which is ridiculous, YouTube. I'm just letting you know that. And it also tells me that I'm right, that all my messages are only getting to the people they're tagged to. Nobody else outside of it. So, since everybody else is here, and everybody that's tagged in this may be listening, you guys out there who are outside looking in and don't realize what the conversation is about over here, well, we've got many things to talk about. Not just Justin Trudeau and the discovery of some other things that are coming about when it comes to people being hired to infiltrate and start some things. Now, I've been seeing a lot of reports coming back, and not to mention Mr. King's statement he made prior to him being arrested. And now at this particular moment, there's no bail for him or Litch. It's a big deal to me. Number one is because you got a few people that get an idea and then they implement their idea to grow even further. Now, a long time ago, I have to bring it up because it's in a video that I told you guys that I sent a seed of hope out. Now, whoever grabbed that seed of hope, I don't know. Could have been one person, could have been two people, could have been 1,000 people. And within that 1,000 people that got that message, there's always going to be those oddballs. Now, from what I understand, Mr. King had been talking about something about backup. And I'm like, okay, well, what's that all about? Okay. Then he starts talking about all the stuff that they have for documentation to back up what they've been talking about when it comes to all the stuff that's been going on from red letter to red letter, not to mention all the scams that have been going on online through cryptocurrency and all that stuff, and how it leads to a big plan, the big reset that everybody's been talking about. Now, say what you want about Justin Trudeau, and he's there, and he's supposed to be the so-called leader of Canada. At this moment, as you know, he's got to deal with some other shit going across seas, right? And so does this his partner there, the deputy prime minister, Friedland. Okay? Now, we all know that she is a negative ninny and she wants to keep on putting her foot down. And I don't mean to bring up people's past and heritage, but when did this become personal for you? You're a prime minister, okay? Or you're deputy prime minister, and you're the Ministry of Finance, which conflicts, to me, with each other. But there you are. And you're putting support into things which you have no understanding about except for what's written on the piece of paper in front of you. You didn't do any research for what's written in front of you. Your lackeys did. That's why whenever you guys go up, you're all startled because you don't know the answers to the questions that everybody's really asking. Because your lackey doesn't know how to filter shit themselves and give you the proper information, Miss Friedland. Now, if you were any stand-up type of person that stands up for people and stands up against tyranny, you would shove that friggin' head of Justin Trudeau so far up his ass and get rid of him before you both end up behind bars, because we all know the connections and we all know how laundering money works, and you can do it through Bitcoin and you can do it through donations, which has been done for years. And Miss Friedland, if you have any connections to this, which you guys do, both of you, Justin Trudeau, put money in to support these freedom truckers before all this crap happened. So, if you think about them apples and all the support you gave to people during COVID, it all adds up that you are biting your ass. You both are. So, as a message to both of you guys, with all the crap that I threw at you on Twitter, you better take it and like it. I'm not going to back down. Anything I said, whether it's true and it adds up to be true, it doesn't harm me. Okay? Hey, sure, I ad-lib here and I exaggerate there. But that's just the way I am. You, on the other hand, you got an important friggin' position. You got to watch what you say, Miss Freeland. Are you learning anything from what Justin said? No. Are you? Not at all. Listen to me very carefully. You better straighten shit out. With your attitude and the way you treat us Canadians when you're done with this stuff going on over in the UK. Okay? And don't look at me like that. Don't get an attitude like that with me. Don't get it, because you know I'm right. I've been right about things all along. You guys may wonder why, but it's all natural. You may think that I'm getting material slipped to me through here, through there. This is all coming together because I'm a big head of the honcho of this thing. But I've been doing this stuff with the sweat of my brow, extrasensory perception, whatever you want to call it, whether it's godly powers, I don't know. I will not put it on that, though, ladies and gentlemen. I don't take no position like that. I tell things the way it is as I see it. And you guys out there have been doing a lot of bullshit that has led up to not just this, to a lot of other things that could be coming if you guys make the wrong decisions. Now, with the freedom truckers out there, okay, the freedom truckers that are going to DC, here's my message to you, okay? There was a lot to be expected down at the Canadian Ottawa protest. These cops were expecting that somebody would roll on up in the back to support the protesters with their own weapons and stuff and jump in there and try to defend the freedom protesters. But that didn't happen. The only thing we saw was the first group of people that were officers that night. They went out, and there had to have been at least 30, maybe 40 of them. That's it. There wasn't any more. And they were all decked up in gear that were unmarked gear. I find it kind of surprising that they weren't marked. Now, who were they? Were they other hidden members that may be coming in there and try to start something? If the cops show up and they protected themselves, I don't know. All I know is that previously Miss Litch said that she wanted to join hands with whoever and all that stuff and be there for the people, and we'll fight this thing. Next thing you know, you see a bunch of officers out there tying their arms up and being out there and all that stuff. They look like officers, but if you guys actually go back and rewind that tape, take a closer look at some of the faces that show through the face shield. I don't mean to raise the topic up, but some people in that lineup look familiar. Hence, getting back to when people are implanted as infiltrators to start shit. Now, back to my point of planting a seed years ago. As I said, it doesn't matter who picks up on my word of knowledge or whatever's going on. It doesn't matter. It's what they do with the information, what they do. And whatever's their fault is their fault. I can take fault by saying, look it, guys, a game is over. Canada has been left behind long enough. I'm talking to the outside world as well. We are so lacking the technology, so lacking the understanding of your Bitcoin and where it goes to develop and where's my money going. We are so set in our ways that if you take our money, we do definitely want to know where it's going. Because one thing's for sure, everybody knows. God hates a liar and God hates a thief. And scams are both of those things. So if you're going to steal money from me, you better watch your ass. Because I've got a lot of people that have invested in my faith, invested in me, and a lot of heart. They love me. And yes, I do have some people that hate me. But the thing is, this is not about me. Okay? I'm just the messenger delivering the message and warning people about the chaos that can happen when they make the wrong decisions that they are about to do. Now, is that clear for everybody out there here? That you know I have friends, and you know I have celebrity friends out there too. And before you get it wrong, okay, there's a lot more ways of getting to people's hearts than yelling and screaming at them and maybe being a pervert and sending a dick pic. Okay? Meet in the middle. Okay? Then maybe you'll get some balance with these celebrities in whom you out there, you Illuminati haters, you guys used to love these guys, and then all of a sudden you hear a little quirk about something. Now you're going to throw them under the bus. You guys end up being the cause of mental illness. Do you understand that? This goes to all the people who criticize art, criticize music, and criticize movies in a way. Okay? It's time to smarten up. Okay? Little Miss and Mrs. Cancel Culture groups out there. It's over. Nobody's going to listen to your cancel culture shit anymore. Okay? After Roseanne, everything started fucking forming a clear path for how narrow-minded Hollywood was going to be. And all the deep state workers and all the deep state hidden agenda bullshit are aiming at. We all know the hidden agenda is reduce the population so the rich can have more food to eat. That's about it. Okay? Because actually, believe it or not, I'm pretty sure they're tired of eating processed wheat and protein. To be totally honest, it's not healthy to live off of that shit, guys. It's not healthy. You need that beef in your muscles. You need that beef. It's genetics. So wake up, Canada. It's time to get that beef going. Time to get those roasts going. Time to get all the food going. Because this is 2022. And I'm expecting by this fall that all of this will be over. And we'll be sitting, celebrating Thanksgiving worldwide. How's that for a dream? But the only way to get there is to cut the bullshit, Mr. Biden and Harris, Trudeau, and Freeland. Since you, all four of yous, and you know what? I'm going to say six because you got Chuck Schumer and you've got Nancy Pelosi. So all of yous, get the hell out. You don't know what you're doing. It's time for professionals to take over who have compassion for democracy, compassion for the liberals, and have compassion for the conservatives, and have compassion for the Republicans all around. From the United States to Canada, NDP, I don't even want to start with you, Mr. Singh. You are the gambler of the all